Hello, everyone. Here I am with David Lotfi, and he is a huge pleasure to have you here. He is the founder of Evina, a huge cybersecurity company, and he's going to tell us a little bit about himself. He's based in Paris, right? Bonjour.
Bonjour, Luna. Very happy to be with you today.
Thank you.
Thank you
My pleasure.
for inviting me.
No, yeah, of course. We were talking before. We met somewhere before in the mobile ecosystem forum, right? For the
Indeed.
math. Yeah, so good members of that. And Intis Telecom also has a really good connection with them. So tell me, David, a little bit about you. Like, what are you doing right now is your project?
Yeah, with pleasure. So I'm the CEO and founder of Evina. Evina is a cybersecurity company proposing and offering the most advanced cybersecurity tools to protect mobile payment from fraud. It's unfortunately a huge issue. And at Evina, we believe that if fraud is blocked the right way, huge growth could happen, huge economic growth could happen. So we are a team of malware analysts, cybersecurity engineers, backed up by a team of mobile payment experts, trying to get rid of this very important issue, which is fraud.
No, it's a huge fraud. Fraud is a huge problem for us as well in SMS, and I know you deal with MNOs as well in the mobile payment. What is the biggest problem that you ever had, like in the cybersecurity?
So today, really, the two main we have two big issues when we are dealing with fraud. Fraud is also there is a life cycle. People follow a path against fraud, and we have two issues. The first one is the fun one. It's not that much an issue. That's what keeps us involved, but this is the difficult part. But this is something we really enjoy: is the fight against the fraudsters. Fraudsters always come with new ideas, new techniques, and every time we face a new techniques, there is a lot of challenge in order to block and to be proactive also, in order to be very robust against the fraudsters. So this is the most complex part and what is the most difficult, but this is the funny part. We love to do that. We are passionate about that, and that's fun. What is not fun is the life cycle and how the industry react to the fraud, because for a lot of people, when they're facing fraud, they react, like when you have a back pain. They feel they don't want to move anymore. They are really stressed, and in mobile payment, it results in having the payment systems that are shut down, or payment billing flows that are complexified. So bad answers to the issue of fraud, and people who do not believe that fraud can be solved if investments are done. So this is something very hard to face. And the second thing is the people who are in a depression mode. They are depressed. They think nothing can be done, and they don't want to move. So this is difficult, and it happens a lot of time. When you come in a most of the time, people, we are like fire workers. People ask us to come, but the fire has already spread a lot, and we face people that sometimes are depressed and do not believe anymore, because they were using the bad solutions before, do not believe anymore that fraud can be solved and that huge revenue could happen. And that's what we do, and we have a lot of customers that could be testimony on this.
Well, I appreciate that you're doing a job, because you are saving us, and you building up the trust again, right? You're trying to prove them, hey, I know that happened before. I'm sorry, but here's a solution. and look, it's okay. So you need to calm them down, and then you face again, right? There's a cycle, and then it comes another one and face again. But well done, and I really appreciate that we have like people like you in the industry. It's really nice.
Thank you.
No, yeah, my pleasure. So, okay, but tell me, how do we start? When did it come the motivation to face this challenge? Because it's a motivation, right? To challenge the fraud. Tell me, how was the beginning?
So I was working in carrier billing. I was operating mobile payment, and in 2014 in France, we have job board, and the biggest job board in France. We were having massive unemployment issues in France. It was a big political issue, and one of the biggest job board, managed by the state, was used by fraudsters, because in this job board they posted fake job offers, and when the users were when the unemployed people who were searching for a job were clicking on the job application link, they got subscribed to digital services. So it was in 2014. It was a critical moment, and this is when, as a company and as the CTO of a company doing car billing, I faced fraud for the first time. It was clickjacking techniques using iframes. I won't bother you with those technical stuff, but then it started to become a big issue, because it never stopped, and it was just worse and worse. So we took several industry initiatives, preparing working groups and working in these working groups. Actually, Evina is working with the Mobile Ecosystem Forum. We are a huge contributor of the DCB for Growth group, which handles the topics about how direct car billing can grow and everything related to the good best practice against fraud. So this is something that I have kept with me, but we always participated in a lot of anti-fraud work group, and we faced two things. The first one is that the MNOs, the mobile networks operators, are huge companies, and it was taking for them a lot of time to implement the protections we were showing to them. And the second thing is that as soon as they implemented something else, a few weeks after that, the fraudsters were back with something else. So in 2017, there was huge problem in Belgium, and we were one of the only provider with no complaints or almost no complaints, because we were managing the fraud very well with the technology we developed internally. And that's how we ended up starting Evina in 2018. And from 2018, when I left the content provider I was working for with 4 people, today we are 30. We will be more than 100 at the end of next year. So we are solving a real issue, and because the market was really in need of a company that is independent, that do not belong to a content provider, that do not sell traffic, someone who is not judge and jury. It's a very, very independent company with people who have a real passion for cybersecurity and real expertise in the carrier billing and the things that are specific to it.
Wow, that's actually impressive. And thank you, and well done. Because now that you had to put those things together, like you need to be independent, you need to be practical, you need to understand the technology, you need to be in contact with MNOs, and you need to be like on BIOS, right? You need to be working and saving a huge problem, which like renovates every time. And actually, some examples that I don't know if you know much about the fraudsters in Brazil. They're big. They're so smart. Yeah. They're professionals. They're professionals, and you had to face them.
So that's very interesting. In fact, in cybersecurity, at the early stage of cybersecurity, I'm talking about the 70s, we were talking about individuals who were wanting to have fun in a garage, wanted to explore what it was possible to do with the computer. But now, and specifically with the rise of the Bitcoin, it has really become something else. Now, cybercrime is the first source of revenue for criminals in the world. It's 3 times higher than drug trafficking.
Really?
Yeah, because the world is going through a massive digitalization,
Yeah.
and what we have here is that the mafias are investing and investing in cyber criminality. So you have several layers of and it's pyramid with poor people on the ground, which are doing the most risky and who are the less paid, developing the basics of the malware, and then they are used, and you have the mafias that are funding them. So yeah, it's huge. It's unfortunately
It's
it's huge.
Unfortunately, it's a complicated, and it got worse in the COVID, right? COVID and
Yeah.
everyone working from home and every scams of
Digitalization of the world. So now
yes,
security will become more and more the cybersecurity,
digital.
because
So
your
well done.
life is almost in the
Everything
digital
is
world.
everything is so digital, right? And you're right. Our life is digital. But now coming out of digital world, tell me
Mhm.
something interesting and fun, some hobbies that you do with you, your family. What are you up to?
Oh, so really 90% of my life is about my work, and I really embed my family in what I do. So, for instance, something that I love to do, I have 2 kids, and I'm traveling a lot, so it's not always easy to uh, to pr- to make sure we have a great link. And something that I love to do is to take a world map, to show them, okay, so today dad is going to South Africa, tomorrow dad is going to UAE. This is the amount of people that they are there, the amount of fraud that they are there. And with Evina, we're trying to get rid of fraud. So when they come to school, where is your dad? Oh, he's traveling, but he's kicking ass of fraudsters. So that's something.
It's nice.
That's
Like
something
I like.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, like my dad is kicking the ass of these bad guys. Yes, he
Yeah.
is. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
That's nice.
In a way. But
You are, yeah.
and the team is doing all the job. I'm just trying to make sure they have the light they deserve. Have the chance to work with crazy individuals.
Oh, that's very nice. I'm actually proud of you. You are the new like police. You are the cybersecurity of us. Yes. Well, I look forward to seeing you in Marbella next week.
Indeed.
You're gonna tell your
Evina will
kids,
be.
yes, that's where they're gonna be, south of Spain, sunny weather, I hope.
I hope to. That would be nice to have a meeting in person with everyone. It's been a while.
Yeah, and Evina is a good gold sponsor there, no?
Um, I
I
don't
think
remember
so.
what is the terms,
Some of this, yeah.
but we are sponsoring, of course, this event because it's important to gather. It's because it's important to build trust, and to build trust, it's important to talk. So
Yes.
we are a sponsor. I don't know which kind. It's too complex for me, but we are there and we support the industry. Yeah.
Sounds great. So hope to see you next week.
Next week, yeah, with pleasure.
Okay, David, thank you very, very much.